6 is our divisor, 59 is our dividend, and whatever's on the top is going to be our quotient because that's our answer. Now, we're in the same predicament we were in as the last problem. If you look, I want to know how many times 6 can go into 5. 6 cannot go into 5 because 6 is a larger number. 6 is greater than 5, so it can't go into it. So I'm going to skip trying to go straight into 5, and we're going to go into 59. So I'm going to draw an X here because I'm not going to put a number up there. Now, again, we're in the same predicament. I don't know how many times 6 can go into 59. So I'm going to do like how I did in the last one, and I'm going to multiply 6 by random numbers to see how close I can get to 59. Now remember, it's always best to start off with a middle number, and that middle number is going to be 5. I always suggest multiplying by 5 first because then you'll be able to know, okay, do I need to go a little higher or do I need to go a little lower? So I'm going to do 6 times 5, and that gives me 30. Now 30 is less than 59, so that tells me, okay, that tells me, all right, I need to multiply higher now. I can't just stay at 30 because I need to get closer to 59. So now I'm going to go higher. I'm just going to go random. So I'm going to do 6 times 7. And 6 times 7 is 42. That's a little closer to 59, but it's not as close. So I'm going to do 6 times 9 now. And that gives me 54. 54 is a contender. 54 is pretty close to 59. But, again, I'd rather be safe than sorry, so I'm going to go up one more time. I'm going to do 6 times 10. And when I do that, I get 60. Ooh, yeah, 60 won't work because 60 is higher than 59. So our number that we're going to use is going to be 9 because nothing else works out for us. So 6 can go into 59 9 times. 9 times 6 is 54. Now I'm going to subtract. 9 minus 4 is 5. 5 minus 5 is 0. I don't have any other numbers to bring down, so I'm done. But I'm not done. I can't leave that 5 down there by itself, so I'm going to bring it up here in my answer and write it as my remainder. So my answer is 9 remainder 5. All right, so now we're going to move on to dividing 2-digit by 2-digit numbers, and then we will also do 3-digit by 1-digit and 3-digit by 2-digit. So that's what we're doing today. I should have said that in the beginning. I forgot. All right, our next slide is just like with the multiplying one. What is your level? Oh, hold up a second. What is your level of understanding of what we just did? So what is your level of understanding when we do a 2-digit number divided by a 1-digit number? I'm not going to go back in depth with this because I did it with the multiplying one. You should have seen that video. So I'm going to skip this slide. All right, so now we have, again, a 2-digit divided by a 2-digit. So I have 56, no, I was going to say it wrong. I have 92 divided by 56. Now, I want to know how many times, so I'm going to figure out, I'm going to go number by number. How many times can 56 go into 9? Not one time at all, so that's a no. So I'm going to mark out that place value because the number is not going to go there. And I'm going to extend now to see how many times 56 can go into 92. Now, I definitely do not know this at the top of my head, and neither will you. So I'm going to, on my little scratch paper area, I'm going to do 56 times random numbers to see how close I can get to 92. I like to start again with 5 to see if I need to have a high number or a low number when it comes to finding the closest number to 92. So do 56 times 5. 6 times 5 is 30. 5 times 5 is 25. 25 plus 3 is 28. Ooh, yeah, 280 is way past 92. So if 5 is already higher than 92, then I know I do not need to go higher than 5. So I need to go lower than 5. So I'm going to do, since that's a pretty high number, I'm using my deductive reasoning skills here. I'm making educational guesses. Since 280 is super high, I'm going to try to multiply by 2 and see if that gets me anything closer to 92. So 56 times 2. 6 times 2 is 12. I put my 2, carry my 1. 5 times 2 is 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. Ooh, that's still higher than 92. So that won't work either. So the only other option I have, I'm just going to write it down, because why not, is 56 times 1. 6 times 1 is 6. 5 times 1 is 5. That's the only number that's going to be as close to 92 as I can get. So I'm going to use it. I'm going to write 1 right here. Ooh, my voice. 1 times 56 is 56. And then now I'm going to subtract. 2 minus 6, well, I can't do that. So I need to borrow. This 9 becomes an 8. This 2 becomes a 12. 2 minus 6 is 6. 8 minus 5 is 3. I don't have any other numbers to bring down, so I'm done. But I'm not done because I can't leave my answer, I can't leave that remainder down there. So I'm going to put remainder 36. Another tip is if you subtract and you get a remainder that's higher than your divisor, then that means you did something wrong. Your remainder should always be less than the number you are dividing by. If your remainder is greater, then you messed up somewhere. So that's a good way to kind of see if you're on the right track. All right. Our second problem, we have 43 and 71. So I'm doing 71 divided by 43. How many times can 43 go into 71? So I start off with 7. 43 can't go into 7. So I'm going to move on to 71. And I'm going to put an X right here because I'm not going to put a number in that spot. So now I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to multiply 43 by a random number. I always start with 5 because that will tell me, just like on the last one, it'll tell me if I need to go higher or if I need to go lower. So 43 times 5. 3 times 5 is 15. Put my 5, carry my 1. 4 times 5 is 20. 20 plus 1 is 215. It's pretty big. It's a pretty big number. So I can't use that. So I'm going to sorry, I lost the train of thought. I'm going to have to multiply 43 by a number that's less than 5. So I'm going to just do 2 because, again, 215 is a very large number. So I'm going to do 43 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6. 4 times 2 is 8. 2 won't work either because 86 is greater than 71. So just like with this first problem over here, the only logical number I could use is 1. Well, that puts a damper on everything. I wanted a higher number. So now I divided and I'm gonna multiply. 1 times 43 is 43. And then now I am going to subtract. I can't do 1 minus 3, so I need to borrow. This 7 becomes a 6. This 1 becomes an 11. 11 minus 3 is 8. And 6 minus 4 is 2. I don't have any other numbers to bring down. So I'm done solving, but I'm not done with my answer. Remember, if you have a remainder, you need to put it up at the top as remainder, in this case, 28. And that is our answer. All right, and then the last one with the 2-digit by 2-digit. We have 84 divided by 30. So I'm going to start with 8. 30 can't go into 8. So I ain't going to worry about it. So I'll move on straight to 84. Put an X here because I'm not using that place value. So now I need to figure out how many times 30 can go into 84. So again, I'm going to start with 30 times 5 and see in which direction I need to go in. 0 times 5 is 0. 3 times 5 is, oh. Well, that's a no. That's too big. So that tells me, though, I need to multiply 30 by a number less than 5. So I'm going to just do 2 again. So why not? 30 times 2. 0 times 2 is 0. 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, then. We got a number closer, so I know that's a no. I have a number closer to 84. I want to get those super close to 84. So I'm going to try 30 times 3 and see if I get anywhere closer. 0 times 3 is 0. 3 times 3 is 9. 90 technically is closer, but it's larger. And I can't work with the number that's larger than the number in our dividend. So that won't work. So our number that we're going to use is going to be 2. So 30 can go into 84. We just kind of solved for it 2 times. 2 times 30 is 60. And then now I'm going to subtract. 4 minus 0 is 4. 8 minus 6 is 2. I'm done solving, but I need to finish my answer. So our remainder is 28. So our answer for 84 divided by 30 is not 28. I'm sorry, I was looking at this problem. 2 remainder 24. All right. Our next slide is another, what is your level of understanding? And then now we're moving on to 3-digit numbers.